Hear that? It's weird. Okay. So, good. It's great. And now there's aeroplanes. It's all going just fine for me. The main reason we're late is that I was trying to fix the webcam. And I spent ages doing it. And I thought I'd done it. Yet here we are. I think it's slightly better than it was. I think the overall image quality is improved. But it's still going to randomly pause. I don't know what to do about that. I tried 2 or 3 YouTube tutorials, all of them with increasingly harder to understand presenters. No shade, just a fact. And we were an hour late anyway because I got covered myself in paint. I don't know how visible that is. I tried to use a spray can with what I found to be part of the lid still attached. So that went everywhere. I then got soy sauce everywhere. I think that's it for spillages. Yeah, now we're here. Okay. Happy thoughts. You know what, let's just get into it. The piece of music I want to work today... Oh, my name's Liam Taylor, LTGuitarist. Hi, how's it going? The piece of music I want to work on today is something that... I don't remember if I made this on stream, but I made part of this family of tunes on the stream. It's a piece of client work. They want something that's kind of reminiscent of... It's got to have basically a retro vibe, and the setting of the film is the 70s. And it's going to be very obviously the 70s, but there's got to be a piece of music that's played on radio and stuff that's got to be like a child character's favourite piece of music in the 70s. So to me that reads as it's got to be a song that was popular in the 70s, conceivably. So maybe some of the instrumentation of like the early 70s, late 60s. But in terms of feel, they wanted to try and give it a more sort of Elvis-y vibe. So I wrote this as one of 5. Oh yeah, so you can see up here, idea 5.2. So I had at least 5 ideas. I had 5 ideas. I actually had 6, but I managed to overwrite one of them like a mad fool. Idea number 1 is the one that I did a couple of weeks ago where I played the 12-string acoustic. So this for me is the front runner. I sent over to the filmmaker demo versions of all of the tracks, and this was one of the 3 that they sort of picked out as being their favourites. So the others are just gonna the 2 that they weren't so fond of, that's just gonna go in like the big file of unused stuff. Of the 3 that they liked, this is currently my front runner because it at the moment feels the most like a song without lyrics, but it feels the most like an actual piece of music that might get released. Maybe if I just play it through, hopefully it's not too boring because it doesn't have lyrics. But yeah, let's just play it through. Yeah, it's music, objectively. So let's just talk through a few little bits of that. It's a pretty simple kind of... Is it a bebop? It's some kind of standardized chord progression anyway. It sounds like it wasn't based on any one piece of music, but it sounds like a few different things. It sounds kind of that time. So we've got the simplified version of that section. I'm calling this the chorus. In fact, let's label it because we can. It's the future, so we can label things. Chorus. Oh no, hang on. Sections. Oh man, I wonder if we put a key change in this as well. That might be too much. Let's put another one here for the bridge. I don't have a name for that section. And then we'll put another one there. Another one there just so it's super obvious. Let's just label these quickly. So we got intro. Oops. We got chorus. Verse 1. Chorus. You can't see any of this, can you? That's fine. Chorus. Bridge. Oh, hang on. Do we only have one verse? Is that right? Oh. How long's the song? 3 minutes. Or maybe because that's... Maybe that's not a problem. Let's just call the intro... Let's just call that one verse 1. Because it feels like enough of a song already. It's 3 minutes. It's fine. Chorus, bridge. I don't know if there's a proper name for it, so let's call that yellow bit a break. Chorus. Oh, hang on. So break. Half. Chorus. Chorus. Let's make that a bit clearer. So that's the first part of a chorus repeat. So let's call it chorus, outro, end. Okay. That's not the clearest in the world. So, in terms of sections, we're treating this as a verse, so it's like a really subdued verse intro. Then we have the slightly more upbeat verse. We have 1, 2, 3 choruses. You can tell it's a chorus because it's got the tambourine in it, which, listening through to a whole bunch of 50s, 60s, 70s music, is a thing that is in all of these tunes, is a tambourine, apparently. And then we've got the bridge. Which could have a bit more going on for it. I don't know, like maybe a string section, and then it does the typical 50s thing. Da, 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 da. And then this section I thought would be fun. I just felt like I wanted a break of some kind. And in my head, it should be like a nice, delicate piano thing. And actually, I'm going to reduce the velocity of a lot of that. But there's this kind of effect that comes up in like some 60s music when they're trying to be kind of psychedelic, and they just basically do like layers of delay 100% feedback, so you get, well, the effect at the end of this. And it does the job of like a filter sweep build up into a drop. I've reduced the velocity there, but I actually want to bring the volume up a little bit. Let's go -1. Yes, I think. You might also notice I've been a bit sloppy with the automation, like not making sure they're exactly right. I feel like that's more retro. You can have that happen there, I guess. And I really like that. This is actually a chorus and a half, so this counts as one chorus. And then this is the outro chorus, and then the end. Oh, we're missing a note. We're in A, by the way. And it has an extra one. Oopsie. Let's just check through all of them. I suppose that only happened because I cut it, but... Oh yeah, that one as well. This just gives us an excuse to make it slightly more randomized, which is good. So then this one has an extra A. Or does it? That'll be at the end, won't it? Again, the bin. Oh, come on. Pain in the ass. I think it's because I tried to automate everything. I tried to randomize everything and then put some stuff in front of where the bar line actually begins. So it doesn't work. So, just for the sake of my brain, I'm going to recolor... Oh, I lost it. I'm going to recolor this bass to be orange. These choruses I perhaps also want to recolor just because it's easier for me to look at when everything's colored the same. Blue, different kind of blue, pink, kind of mad fuchsia color. Oh, that's slightly wrong. Oh no. That one? That one. It is now. Yellow and yellow. Cool. So the reason I wanted to work on this song other than deadlines is because this is a good example of how you can start with something that's basically just a loop. One sec. So for example, this song started as... And this was the whole piece, as it was. So I ended up building instruments around it. The bass line is exactly the same bass line that the piano's playing. The tambourine was really easy, but super effective. And the drums are just standard kind of... I want to say lazy rock and roll, but it's not really. It's just standard kind of steady rock and roll. And the melody just is what automatically came to my head when I knew I needed a melody. But it is exactly the same melody throughout the entire thing. So in the verses as well as the chorus. And that's not what I want. So this was the whole this was the entire of the song. I believe the verses are the same chords. A, F sharp, D, E, A. Yeah. Oh, with a B minor at the end. Oh, okay, so instead of going to D, we go to B minor, apparently. I didn't know that. D, hang on. Instead of going to bar 25, D. Oh, yeah. So then go to B. Oh, yeah, look at that. we just swap B for D. Works real good. And then the bridge is the bit where it's actually different. But it's not that different, is it? I feel like it needs something more paddy, so I'm contemplating putting a go away news updates. I'm contemplating putting a string section or like a Hammond organ in there, or just something a bit extra. I don't know if that's something that they would do in the 60s or the 50s, is just have like session players for a single section. I feel like you'd use them for the whole band, but I don't know 100%. So what we're going to try and do now is make these a little more different, so the section is a little more unique. So where to begin? I think the drums are doing almost exactly the same thing, just swapping out ride for... I mean, they're really very similar, aren't they? So for chorus, let's perhaps have... I mean, we'd normally start with a crash, wouldn't we? As far as I'm concerned, that's always been the tradition. Let's do it every... twice a chorus for okay, boom boom. Oh, it's triplets, isn't it? My bad. Eighth. Charlie, good. So they're not very loud, but they're just right. And then here we'll do the same thing. We'll get rid of that one. I'm getting rid of that hi-hat because then it's just easier to reach. So it sounds a bit more like a drummer's actually playing it. Oh, wrong one. 2, 3. And again here. Oh yeah. And then the last two. Maybe that's something a little more interesting. Just because it's getting towards the end, you want it a bit more raucous. Maybe that's a bit much, I don't know. Good. Sorry, I keep getting updates and I keep thinking I've turned them off. I haven't. It's really good. Okay, so that's given it a little more variety. For this section, da 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 da. Just doesn't really feel like something you'd actually play. So I'm thinking maybe that. What's the tonic there? Oh, it's A. So we'll do the same with A. Yeah, so we'll just carry that on again. Why is that not? I think maybe it's better with whatever the deepest note is. So it's the same deal here. And then we'll do it. Let's try and do it as a group actually, because otherwise it's going to be a pain in the butt. And I think there it should be the deepest as well. That just feels more right. And then let's cut out that one. So we're still getting the full chord voicing, we're just spreading it out a little bit. We can pull those over a little bit. They can overlap a bit. It's fine. Sustain pedal? I don't know. Let's try it out. I start with an off and then an on partway through that chord. Maybe we take the foot off there. Can I copy, paste, something like that? Because that would be ideal. Yes. Let's try that. Let's mix it up a tiny bit. Not a whole bunch, just a little bit. Oops. Just for funsies. Yeah, it just feels more like piano, you know? Cool. And let's copy that over there. What about the intro then? Ignore my colourful trousers. Did you ignore them? I hope so. Maybe we have a A F sharp B E, A F sharp B E. Something just not lazy, just a bit chilled. Oops. So we'll perhaps go like a, I always call it a swipe. It's not. It's more like a strum. So let's take most of these and punch them back a tiny bit. Again, just going to randomize a bit because I can. Well, that was quite a lot, wasn't it? But let's maybe stretch these out a bit. I'm just trying to make it a bit more casual. Isn't quite the right word, but I think you know what I mean. Just a bit more lackadaisical, and other words that are silly. Yeah, that's nice. And actually, I think we're going to rely on the sustain pedal. I think you'd be like, you just tap it, and then you wouldn't worry about actually holding that note for a while, because there's no point. Oops. So that needs to go up to the end of that bar, which is fine. So then I'm just going to do these as well. These will be shorter as well. Oops. So it's going to sound weird, but that's not what they're actually playing. So we'll do again, we'll do an off and then an on, just in case. I like to have the off and the on in the sustain commands because, I mean, you can't even see what I'm doing because my face is in the way. Where's the go away my face button? Nope. Nope, that's the opposite of what I want. Oh. No, I've just lost control. It's fine. Never mind. So we'll do the same here. So we'll have all 4 commands on that. I think you can see that a bit better. And we're just going to copy that and then paste it here and here and here and here, 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 here. And then for this one, we actually want to take it off at this point, which is fine. When I play piano, I tend to not... If I'm using a sustain pedal, I'll tend to take my foot off and on again very quickly, only really when we get to actually play the next chord. So sustain and take it, play the next chord and then take it off and put it on again. So they bleed into each other a little bit. So let's have a listen to this. That's nice. Oh, that's a bit weird. Better. Very nice. Cool. I think we're using the same inversions here. I think we're actually going to go slightly upwards. That one can go. I've ruined the order of things. Okay, so we just need to make sure that that's there, and that's there. That's fine. Yeah, we just need to make sure these happen in the right order. And then we're good. That's a slight oversight on my part. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be anyone else's part, would it? But shut up. Let's just listen to that section. So these upwards voices. Oh, that is nice. Very cool. How does it sound in context? Bit quiet. That's nice. Very cool. I think that last bass note should be lower. I actually think... That works really good. Let's maybe lower the velocity a tiny bit there. Let's just copy and paste. And then we'll copy and paste it. Oopsie. Okay. We'll do something similar. But I think we're gonna go dun 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 dun. Just to give it a bit more gravity, a bit more sense of, hey, we're coming up a bit where stuff's gonna happen. Let's make it a bit more staccato. Maybe this should also follow. And perhaps the piano should also do it at that point. Oh, it's sort of already. Where's my velocity? We'll just lower those. Oops. Let's do that. Is that gonna work? That sounds weird. Maybe just lower the velocity a bit. Cheesy, but like it works. And then at the end, I don't know, just feels like that could go on a little bit. Let's have a really silly cadence. Let's do Plagal Cadence. Let's do it. It's not Plagal's 2. Nah. So let's... Oh, there isn't even a tambourine there. What am I on about? Let's just copy that section so we get the same something. That would be oh, let's do the sustain pedal again. Sustain, there you go. I wonder if we can still... Nope, that would be too easy. Just try to copy and paste something where there's no data. I do that more often than I'd like to admit. Oops. I'll take the foot off just there. Is that sus? Low velocity. Maybe lower? Let's have tonics in there as well. I don't know if they would have. Oh, let's do cymbal there. Excuse me. I don't know if they would do the foot pedal thing. I don't know if that's like a more recent rock thing to keep time with the foot hi-hat. I truly don't know. We're just going to go do a bit more of a fill there. A bit loud for the overhead. Maybe we need to wind down. So rather than having the whole thing going off, the repeated staccato. That's cool. I think we'll maybe do a... let's change that. The section. Plagal. And then we'll add another one there. Just to be like end. Plagal. And let's make sure that's yellow as well. Obviously. So what was I going to say? Oh, tempo. The wonderful thing about having it all MIDI is that it doesn't require me to re-record anything if I want it to be slightly out of time, which I do. I love how we've got tempo track, chord track, markers. I wouldn't usually bother with much of that at all. So 147, maybe slow down about there. Yeah, let's just have it going constantly down a bit. Nice. So we can do a few other little bits like that, just because it can be a tempo, sort of. Let's maybe have it slow down a bit here, especially because there's a gap there. So perfect. Oh yeah, because that messes with that as well, which is perfect. Nice. And then maybe the intro can be slightly slower as well, because again we have got a little break there. So if that's 147, let's bring it down to 144. Yeah. And then we got some on the start, so we'll go 144 there as well, and we'll maybe just go whip like that, yeah, just to vary it a bit. And then I'm just gonna put a little bit of a speed up there, oops, a little bit of a slow down there, and it shouldn't be enough to, like, you know, ruin anything. It should just keep it like a little bit fun, basically. We got to get a different melody for that bit, and a complete melody for the bridge. I like it a lot though. It sounds like real music, you know? Which bass is this? Let's choose pop and country. It would be sort of rock and retro, I guess. I didn't really know that was a thing, but okay. And I don't know what difference it makes. Oh, you've got noise level settings. I've also got vibrato. Is that actual vibrato? Oh, that's... my bad. Fret noise. So frequency is the vibrato speed. So the velocity intensity is controlled by CC1. So we can maybe put in a bit of vibrato. maybe just some of like the held notes. I know here you would definitely just like a little gentle bit of vibrato. So let's add bass. Oh, hang on. What's this? Pick up hits, pick up clap. We just want CC1, don't we? CC. Oh no, that. CC1 modulation. Okay. So we'll maybe here just have like a little bit of vibrato. Slower than that, I think. But then just a little bit. Yeah. And then maybe this section here will have a bit as well. And then we go down there. I think you're more likely to vibrato on more sort of chilled sections as a bassist. So this one, I would say so. And we'll just can it there. But then the tricky bit is you wouldn't really do it on short notes. So let's maybe bring it in here. And do this sort of thing. We'll bring in like a little bit of a curve. That sounds quite nice actually. And we'll just find a few select notes to sort of pick up. You would kind of curve into it like that, I think. And that one definitely. A lot for that one. That's nice. And this one again. This is like the real detail that can kind of make a track awesome. And that one you wouldn't, because you'd be thinking about going to the staccato bits. So I'm not going to put it in there. Treat it like an actual player. So for this bit... That's almost exactly the same section as this. So I'm going to copy. And we go paste. Nearly the same. Yeah, that one's really nice actually. What was that? Yeah. Oh, because they overlap a bit. Just put a little bit in here. Oh, there's a little bit at the end there. Oh yeah, I see. I'm going to keep making my own sound effects. Amazing. I actually like that a lot. I think we probably want to add just a few in here and there. Oh, that bit's got it as well. It's these E's, isn't it? There we go. can you even hear that in the context of the whole piece? Kinda. What about here? Oh yeah, you totally can. It also occurs to me that this is, as far as I know, a dry bass sound. And of course you wouldn't have a dry bass sound, you'd put it through an amplifier. So let's have a look at any of this other stuff. We've got 1 decibel of fret noise. I'm going to put that up to 3. And see what else we got here. Okay, that's just to do with which finger is playing things. Not my problem, robots. That's your problem. Noise levels. Let's have a lot of noise. Oh, I quite like that actually. What are these? Did you guys know they were there? That's awesome. Let's have just like a little bit of most of this, because you will occasionally hit your pickup. And I quite like it just sounding like a natural player. I think that's really good with music when it sounds like it's being played. That's my hot take for the day. So I want a flat EQ because I want EQ to come from somewhere else. Noise levels controllers, chords, no chords, please. Release. Tight or random release. Oh, okay. Random mode. So 100% is only tight. So let's have some of it a bit looser. And I think you would have a bit of vibrato here as well. Nice. Okay, let's lock that. Now we want to look at the bass amps. This is just like bass processing rather than songwriting, but it's still good. It's still good to know some things. So let's have a look at let's use, well, Guitar Rig 5 is the only option really. So we could go with a preset bass amps. Oh, that's good. I think he's playing with a finger, isn't he? So let's go finger bass preset. So it's quieter. It's got a bit of distortion on it. That's not really what I want. We don't really need EQ. Can I get rid of the EQ? There we go. I'm just going to have that flat. No drive. Let's have a listen. it fits a bit better. And it sounds more like it's actually being played, which is perfect. It's a little bit rattly there, but actually I don't mind it. It feels like there should be... There might be, I don't know. There feels like there should be a setting where if it's lower velocity, you get more rattle. I need to slow the tempo of that vibrato. Nice, especially with that crash at the end, that's great. That feels a bit fake. So let's... I think you go high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. I think it'd be more like... Oops, come back. Oops. I think it'd be more like this, to be honest. But that gives us license to use kind of chords there. Get rid of that. Is it E? No, it's still the A chord, isn't it? Oh, that just needs to stay on E. Okay. Maybe the velocity increases a bit here. Because we're ramping up for something cool, hopefully. And then here, I tend to obsess a lot about voicings. I don't know if you will have noticed that. I think this bit certainly. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. I think it'd go up. That's nice. I'm just going to ramp up these. Which is nice, but it's loud. So we are just going to bring that down a tiny bit. I think you'd need something like a flam. Oh, let's go for a little roll. quieter though. Yeah, is that right? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so heckin' melody. Okay, right. No more excuses. Come on, Taylor. I started pressing other buttons that have got nothing to do with the melody. I can't seem to stop. Lock, go away. So I like the melody for the chorus. Hey, Desmond Weston on YouTube. Working on transcribing drums on a song. What does it mean when the MIDI notes in the drum editor turn white? Ooh. Interesting question. I'm going to copy this drum pattern so we don't accidentally delete something I just made. Let's have a look. So I'm going to assume that most of your drums look like this. If this happens, which is presumably what you mean, it means that the notes are outside of the MIDI clip. Or at least, is it clip? I think it's called a clip. This thing. So let's cut it down so it's a little easy to see. So we've got a 2-bar pattern, yeah? 161 and 162. If I do this, all the notes in bar 162 are white, aren't they? If we go out of there, we can only see bar 162. But if I pull this across, they're still there. So white notes in the MIDI editor means that the notes are physically... The notes are written, but they won't be heard, because they're outside of the range of this clip. Because you're transcribing, I'm trying to think if there's an equivalent for more traditional Western notation. The closest I can come up with is it's a bit like having previously erased notes still on the stave. So in Cubase, if you want these notes to be heard, you just got to pull this across. And in fact, if I play, yeah, it just stops there. But we can make them audible again by just making that clip longer. I hope that's answered your question. Let me know if not. And thanks for stopping by. I'll leave that over there just in case there's more to that particular problem. Melody. Damn it, Desmond, you distracted me from the melody. Okay, it's fine. It's all good. I really like the chorus melody. It's a bit quiet, but I like it. You're very welcome, buddy. No worries. Because it's simple, but it's nice. I think the instrument's really nice as well. It's apparently a glass organ. I don't know if that's a real thing, but it sounds like Procol Harum. But then the verse should not be that, because otherwise it's the exact same melody throughout, isn't it? So I'm gonna scrap. Let's listen. What if we don't start on the 1 beat? That's one way to change it. We could even start lower. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a bit boring. What if it's higher? What's going to set up that A? E? I mean, it's not great, but it is objectively different to the other melody. I might actually start it halfway here. I think that would be the same. I'm also going to put it central. Let's do that. Just to give the drums a bit more space. I like that because it gives a bit more of an actual intro feel. I wonder if we need that left-hand piano. Let's just see how it sounds without. Nah, it misses something there then, doesn't it? Yeah, it's super retro. The project here, Desmond, is a love song that a child in the 70s might like, if that makes sense. It's a very specific brief for a friend's film project. So it's got to sound it's got to sound retro in that it could be popular in the 70s and therefore must have been recorded in the late 60s, early 70s, late 60s. And one of the key references is Elvis. So I've got to try and do an Elvis type thing that's a love song that a kid would like in the 70s. So hopefully there's something in the lyrics that would be something a child would enjoy, because I don't know if this is what a kid would enjoy. I don't know, in the 70s. I need a melody here as well, don't we? So it's D, E, A, F sharp minor. If I wrote that in, that might help. be there. So, oops. D, E. I think I'm hitting the mark with the sound as well. Good, I'm glad. D, E, A. That's a bit high. Let's go down. What's the last one? F sharp. I'm just trying to think about, rather than just copying the chord tones, exactly what else we could do. Oh, that's quite nice. Crazy there. What's that last one? F sharp minor. Oh, it's not an F sharp minor. Liar. E7? E7. E. Nope. E. Let's go B because that sets up the E. And let's end it there. Da. 3. Okay. Let's follow the... Traditionally, you wouldn't follow a bass line. What about that? I feel like there's something in the bass that could happen. Maybe like a walk up da 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 da, or that's pretty good. Ooh. Let's try that. That's the one. Let's listen the whole way through. And I think actually we could have that melody over the crazy piano bit. Let's listen and, well, we'll listen and see how it is. I'm going to turn myself down. it feels way more like a song. Desmond has a good question. Why not use a double bass or a flat wound P bass for that era? Good question. So the original version of this track was was stylistically and in terms of the instrumentation very much from the 1950s, very Elvis, double bass, very different sounding piano, no organs, vintage sound, slightly more vintage kit, and everything was mixed mono. I wanted it to be a late 60s ensemble playing a kind of 50s track, if that makes sense. Because then I feel like I'm ticking those two boxes for the brief. So I did think about using a double bass. Hey, I froze a bit. That's really helpful. I'm so annoyed about that camera. I did use a double bass for a while. I use double bass a lot because I love the sound of it, but it was just a little bit too... Oh yeah, man, it's a good opinion, and actually I love the sound of double bass a lot, but just for this thing, I thought if you had a band in the late 60s that wasn't like a jazz ensemble, they would be more likely to use like a rock and roll, Fender style bass, which is why we ended up where we are. I mean, I'm never going to get it exactly accurate, but like the Scarby J bass is like just a really solid sounding instrument, and I know how to use it. But yeah, like there's definitely a good shout for double bass. I just decided to go in the other direction. Like I say, the original version was double bass. Did it? Oh well, this is called pianette. I wonder if it was a pianette rather than a piano. I think it was briefly. I know that was this version. So it was like a kind of slightly out of tune stand-up piano, double bass, and like a really simple drum kit. But I didn't think that like doing too strictly traditional rock and roll in that way didn't really give me the scope to do what I think the track needs to do, if that makes sense. But usually I'd agree with you. Usually I'd be like, heck yeah, double bass. I chopped off the melody here because it does feel like it needs to hold on that E for a bit. Rather than it would go up and down again there, wouldn't it? Like in this area. Also, the level of the piano when it goes up was just a bit much. Let's see if this is better. Because it feels like you lose a lot from the left hand on the piano, the bit that's matching up with the bass. So maybe we'll lower the velocity and put that back up again. Just to round it off, we'll have that melody doing the Plagal Cadence too. For the piano in the bridge, it's a bit static. The end's quite nice, but I at least want to have the sustain pedal in there. So let's deal with that first. So it's a standard 2-bar chords. So let's do this. Copy, copy. Shove that there. Shove that there. There. There and there. Oh, last one. I think we'll do fifths, because it doesn't really make sense for them to just repeat those notes, in my opinion. So D to A. Means that these could be held much, much shorter. Oh, that's up there. Just feel like that should be a B. And it gets into the mad effects. Let's cause a bit of a ruckus. Let's just divide these a bit. Like that. Quantize. Make them slightly shorter. There we go. And then these as well. This is just me randomizing everything because I can. I've gone power mad. Let's put that there. We just want it to be like a nice, lazy's the wrong word. It's just loose, which is good sometimes. How does it sound now? Actually, I like that. Yeah, it just sounds nice. Oh, we don't really want it there. But we'll have it. It's there, isn't it? Yeah, it's a really nice section, this one. That last chord. What could we have there? Because the E7's nice. It just sort of feels like it comes out of nowhere. So normally it would go. What's that? G. I can't remember chords when I'm sleepy. Is that a B? No, it's an E. What am I on about? Oh, so that's an E followed by... So an E followed by an E major. So what if that was just up there instead? It's annoying I don't have a piano. Well, I don't have a MIDI piano. For the moment, let's just deal with my not plugged in, down-tuned Les Paul ripoff. So if it's an E, that's not actually an E. There's an E. So A. Oh, damn it. A. So maybe there needs to be something in between E and A. I don't think they would have used nines, would they? Maybe we'll do like an add 9. Oh, this needs to go over here. We'll do an add 9. Because then that B is the 5th of E, so it sort of implies it, kind of. So we'll go A. So we'll go A. What should we replace the 2 with? Probably get rid of maybe that. Or down there. Nah. I think that's better. So we'll maybe in the bass. Oh, wrong one. That's not the bass. I think that's better. That's a bit better as well. Okay. Let's have another listen and just see if there's anything we want to amend. Because I think at this point it might just be lyrics. And like once the vocals go in there, there's more messing around with it that we can do. So let's have a listen all the way through. I think that's basically there. I just need to get on with doing the lyrics. I'm going to set that to export. Yes, I know. A finished piece of music. What is this thing where people finish things? Unlikely. Ladies and gents, I'm going to leave it there for today. Thanks so much for hanging out. Usual streams are Monday, 8 p.m. UK time, Thursday, 2 p.m. UK time. I forgot what country I was in. No worries, Desmond. You have a good day too. Hopefully catch you at the next stream. There is also content that comes out Fridays, 4 p.m. GMT. Tomorrow's content is about a spooky sound design thing that you can try. That goes out YouTube, 4 p.m. UK time. What do I call this? I think it was idea 5. No version. Nice. Export. Yes. Thank you. Give us a follow or a subscribe or whatever the appropriate button is wherever you're watching this. And I'll see you... Well, you'll see me on Friday. And then I will see you on Monday. Oh, and... next week will be a slightly different stream schedule. It's good I remembered this. I think the music stream will be 2 p.m. UK time on Wednesday next week. But then going back to Thursday the following week. And I will hopefully be doing some kind of gaming stream for Convo Hat Podcast. Yes. So if you want to go find Convo Hat Podcast on Twitch, that's probably a smart idea. Yes, I have a physical diary. I don't trust my phone calendar. Right, go away. See you later. You hear that? It's weird.